Hey guys, this is my top 10 books of the year. They have not been published all this year, but I've read them all this year. It was hard to choose from almost 50 books, but man, I think I've got some gems for you. Now, I've been working a lot leading up to these holidays, so I'm a bit tired. I'm gonna my way through it. I have not written any summaries for these books. That's not the purpose, to provide my deep insights. Basically, I just put this list together because these are the books that have most enthralled me this year, and this is just to share so you guys can go and maybe pick out the books for yourselves and read them and see for yourselves the gems that are these books. Okay, so number 10, Stealing Fire, written by Jamie Wheal and Stephen Kotler. Oh my god, you want to learn about neurobiology, psychology, pharmacology, and technology, what these guys are doing at the Human Genome Project? It is amazing. It's really cool for anybody who wants to know where the cutting edge of human experience is. Find out all about it in Stealing Fire. Number 9, Pitch Anything by Oren Klaff. Man, for the business people and sales people out there, this book, whoo! You want to become a Jedi of business meetings? Here's the thing for you, okay? This guy talks all about what you can do to frame a situation to your advantage by adding a time frame to the conversation or a prize frame to the business deal or whatever. Pitch Anything by Oren Klaff learned a lot about business and the psychology behind it. Number 8, this was a hilarious read. It was summarized to me by my best friend, Mzinga Mwinga, who is a powerhouse of knowledge. He summarized the whole book on a 7-hour hike up Crown Mountain this summer. And when I got back from the hike, I'm like, I gotta read this book. Of course, I've had an interest in Matrix the movie. It's pulled from Matrix the movie. It's a kind of a fictional, philosophical book where the author Jake Horsley suggests, what if the Matrix, the world that is in the Matrix the movie, was actually this world, the actual world, and he draws a whole bunch of parallels, and I thought it was just hilarious. Very entertaining and very insightful. It made me look at a lot of things, a lot of different systems that are in place in society and in the world right now. It made me look at these systems objectively and remove myself from them. And I got a lot of insight into how we operate as human beings. Matrix Warrior by Jake Horsley. Number 7, Mindset by Dweck. And anybody that knows me knows that I'm pointing out this t-shirt because it's an Impact Theory t-shirt. Impact Theory being a show on YouTube that has completely changed my life this year. Its host is Tom Bilyeu, and Tom Bilyeu is a big advocate of Mindset by Dweck, and I know why now. Fixed Mindset versus Growth Mindset. Go read it. It'll change your life. It was very heavy in examples, and I pretty much got the gist of it from the first few chapters, but I stuck with it, and I'm happy I did, because I think it further cemented the philosophy, the ideology behind what Dweck's message, is all about. Number 6, this was a beast of a book, Tools of Titans by Tim Ferriss. Man, so basically what this is a Cole's notes of all the people that Tim Ferriss has met and interviewed over the years, and he's interviewed a lot of amazing people. So I have so many notes on this book, it's crazy. Tools of Titan, man, basically the beauty of this book is not necessarily Tim Ferriss, although he is an amazing author, and he's done a great job of making a book full of notes very engaging and entertaining. But this is all about the people he interviews. Man, the gems you get in this book, the people, Tools of Titans. Number 5 is the book that introduced me to Seth Godin, or Godin. Sorry if I English is my second language, okay? What to do when it's your turn and it's always your turn. It's a fantastic coffee table book. It's this big thing, and it has a collection of 1 to 2 page essays written in beautiful big type with lots of pictures, and that introduced me to the writing of Seth. And Seth is an amazing author, creative, funny. I've also read the Icarus Deception from him, but this was the book that introduced me to his world, so that's why it's number 5. What to do when it's your turn and it's always your turn, by Seth Godin. Number 4, Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself, by Dr. Joe Dispenza. Again, this is on my list because this is the book that has introduced me to the world of Dr. Joe Dispenza. And for anybody who's looking to mind hack themselves, excuse me for using a trendy term, but or even becoming a freaking Jedi, this is where it's at, my friends. Number 3, hilarious. I found myself laughing out loud while reading this book. It's called Ignore Everybody and 39 Other Keys to Creativity by Hugh MacLeod. A book to just remind you of the pain and the beauty of being a creative person. Ignore Everybody and 39 Other Keys to Creativity, number 3 on my list. Number 2, and this was a big toss-up between that and number 1. For anybody looking to attain mastery in their field, Mastery by Robert Greene, you have to read. It is a collection of stories and examples of some of the world's greatest masters, from artists like Van Gogh to scientists like Newton and Einstein. And my God, it just illuminates how unconventional the path to mastery can actually be, and how most people were laughed throughout their lives before they attain that one moment of genius from which everybody then considered them masters of their craft. And it sheds light on the pain, but the discipline, the pig-headedness, to sticking to your vision, to what drives you, and wow, mind-blowing. By far one of the greatest books I've ever read, Mastery by Robert Greene. And which brings us to number 1. And this was a tough one to put as number 1 for the simple fact that I haven't finished reading it. But hey, listen, if you're interested in anthropology and history, and if you want to find out how certain systems, certain societies, or certain things about ourselves, certain things about our body have come to be, Yuval Noah Harari in the book Sapiens will show you all of that. It is so heavy in research, but so written so well, and drags you through the history of our bodies, and then goes back to the history of our systems, our societies, and then the history of our food, and then the history, just, man, from animism to monotheism to polytheism to the evolution of wheat and its impact on our on ourselves and our societies and on our bodies, our health. Oh man, I don't know where to stop. I'm almost done the book, so I could go on for ages. Sapiens by Yuval Noah Harari. I hope I'm not mispronouncing that. And for those of you in Canada, it's on special right now for the holidays at Indigo. This is going to sound like a plug, but it's not. I saw a tower of those books, and I couldn't believe it. It was $20. Go out and get it. It's amazing. It'll blow your freaking minds open. Sapiens by Yuval Noah Harari. So there you have it. I hope you go out and find these books for yourselves and have an amazing start to 2018. And I'll see you in video number 2, which is lessons of 2017. Cheers, guys.